All right, guys, we got an S-Class NSX, the NA2, the later one. Everyone knows what this car is about. You know, when Honda came out with it, kind of changed the game. It made Ferrari step their game up. Yada, yada, yada. We're going to talk about it in a Forza context. So this is a build for lobbies. That's kind of what I generally build for. And yeah, so now we'll get into the tune. Alright, so tire pressure is pretty standard, gearing standard, camber. I have the spring set up for a rearward bias because that's how the weight is balanced, but I have the damping set up with a front bias because I found in Forza 6 that if you have a rearward bias on some cars, you get a lot of lift off oversteer. So I went through that a little quickly. Next time I'll probably go through it live. But yeah, these are the parts I used. I think it makes about 560 horsepower. I should probably show it somewhere soon. Let me see if it shows it. I just recorded this figuring I would talk through it, but I went way too fast. So yeah, everything. I mean, the engine is race everything with a turbocharger, so it's really at the limit of the chassis. So we're gonna go do a lap around Brands Hatch, the full track, and just kind of talk through what it's like. It's pretty good. It's a little understeery, but that's how I like it because I don't want to be fighting the car in a lobby. So it's pretty good. The brakes work really well, and it powers out of corners very well. One thing I found was that I didn't have a limited slip on it, and it was crazy. Putting it on and tuning the limited slip really made a huge difference. So here, you know, I get the apex with this uphill left. I just paused there. Yeah, it's really fast down the straight. It's pretty stable in these high-speed turns, so it's a lot of fun. I like to use Brands Hatch to tune because it's really interesting with the camber changes, and it has a wide range of turns and blind apexes like this. So it's good. It's also it comes up every now and then on the lobbies. So I think with this lap I hit a 131. That's kind of my general. I think 131 and a half. That's what I shoot for. I'm like, okay, that makes for a good car. So the next track we're gonna do is the Nürburgring GP track, and I'll talk through that one a little more. So again, we have this sharp hairpin, and this is great on the brakes. Really stable and really grippy. Doesn't lock up too much. I have it set up nicely with the brakes. And these kinds of slow turns, it's a little understeery, but again, I prefer that to fighting understeer, or fighting oversteer rather. It just, when you're in a lobby trying to battle with people and not get rammed, you don't want that. So yeah, just going through. I mean, these kind of third gear turns, it's pretty good. Here I kept it in third for that hairpin because it has the torque actually to pull out through low speed turns. I think I keep it in third here too. Yeah, I locked up the brakes here. I just said it doesn't lock up, but I locked up there. So yeah, it's pretty good. This turn coming up, again, it's a little understeery. I have to slow down a little more than I like, but it's fine. It powers out on the other side, so it's the same deal either way. Yeah, it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. Here you can see its power. And you know, going through this right, it's pretty good. I can go flat out, so it's not too understeery at high speed when the arrow takes over. personal chicane here. You do have to make a little effort to turn it in for that kind of sharp, slow turn, but with practice you get used to it. So yeah, around Nürburgring it's pretty good. I think it's definitely a more power biased car than handling, which is weird to say about an NSX. So yeah, now we're going to Watkins Glen, the full track. This is another one I like to tune specifically for high speed stability. This is the one with that really fast chicane at the end of that back straight. So we're just gonna go through and see what it's about. Now through this turn, you do have to fight it. It's a little understeery, but once it gets up to speed and you get through these second and third parts of that turn, it's good. You get to get on the power and just go. Now this is a key turn that I like to tune for. This is a real measure of a car's high speed stability, because you got to trail brake and turn it in, and also not lose it when you're coming back left. So that's really important. And then the rest of it is just, you know, going through the kind of high speed third and fourth gear turns of Watkins Glen. I really like this track as well. This is a tricky turn because it goes uphill. I think it's banked in as well. So I'm not sure how to tune for that. I guess it's just something you gotta practice and get better at, but I do like that turn. That's a good measure of how well the car handles. So yeah, this car does pretty well here. The turns are faster, so I think the aero takes over and helps it to just grip better. So it works. Yeah, we got this this fast left. I like this turn a lot. If you nail that, it really kind of ties the track together. This one I'm still learning a little bit. It's kind of between third and fourth. So yeah, that's that lap. I think for this track, yeah, like a 155, mid 154s is good. So now let's go to Hockenheim. We're gonna do a lobby race. I started in first and I punked out. I should have got over faster. And here, instead of focusing on not hitting the wall, I think I'd focus on trying to keep my forward momentum. So I get pushed all the way down to 11th, and let's see what I can gain back in the NSX. All right, we're making good time. There's, you know, the chaos. You see the people in the back. These guys part for me like butt cheeks, and I'm up from 11th to 7th in like 10 seconds. So I can't complain about that. So we got the power of the NSX. We're going to see if we can catch up to the lead group and get any positions back. Pretty good. Again, good on the brakes. A little understeery through the tight stuff, but not bad. Right, and you can see we're already kind of closing up to this front group here. It was sloppy there. I think I was a little excited because I saw that I was able to catch back up with this lead group, so wasn't hitting my lines like I was supposed to. But yeah, I'm closing right back up on him. See what we can do. It's not a bad first lap. A lot of times in the lobbies, I think the first lap just makes your whole race. If you can survive the first lap, then you know, you're good to go. This guy went off for no reason. So now we're up into 6th. Just keep it nice and steady in that turn. Be patient. And yeah, here we go. I think I'm going to try and get a clean lap. And I'm gaining on these on 4th and 5th. Hopefully they start fighting with each other, and you know, I'm able to do some more damage. Yep, I'm right back up with them. Not sure what's going on with them. They should be a lot faster than this. I have a Z06, and it's pretty quick, really good handling car. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm closing. You can see my distance closing up on them as we accelerate. This thing really has power. Oh, and I get excited and miss my braking point. I let that guy go. I did the honorable thing. That's no biggie. I was able to catch him before. I'll catch him again. And we got time. 2 out of 4 laps. See what we can do. Although I am kind of bummed I threw away the gains I made on the straight. But again, see what we can do. I think the guys ahead have more handling bias cars. So through this back stadium section, they're definitely they should, I should say, be able to make some gains on me. Getting excited, running the curve a little bit. But I can close up on him. This thing really has good brakes. This guy went off, so he lost his position. I think he's a little nervous. He's feeling the pressure from these guys. I'm not sure why. They're not that fast. .148. Not a great lap time for me on this. So we're just chasing, and these guys have an out, and this Corvette wins. I slow down. I could have went past him, but I figured if he rammed him off for catching back up, then he would probably ram me off too. So rather not risk it. Ran wide on that, but we have the runoff. You can see he's pretty aggressive about saving his position, and we have this other Z06 behind me, so I'm in a Z06 sandwich. But yeah, again, I have a drop on him on the straight, so you can see the distance meter starting to fall. Hopefully I remember where to brake here. I think I do. Yeah. This thing really has good brakes, although I missed it a little bit, but he did too, so we're okay. And the guy behind me did too. Target fixated. So yeah, this is the last lap. I skipped to the last lap because it was just me following this guy for the other 2 laps. Just going through for a clean lap. See, he missed his apex. I hit mine through these, and the track gets really wide here, so you can run a little wider, hit the gas earlier than you might think, but it tightens back up into this stadium section, so you got to be careful. A lot of people go off into the gravel over there. And yeah, through this race, I kind of got my speed up, so this was my fastest lap. I was faster by a second than the previous lap. Yep, so through this last section, last turn of the race, not bad. You know, we kept up with them. I think I could have passed this guy, but he would have rammed me off. It wasn't worth it. I'd rather finish in 5th than like 20th out of 11. Because someone was angry that you passed them. But yeah, the NSX did well. You can see the lap time. You know, I was up there. I probably could have did better with it. So, but it was good. And now we're going to go the medium length Sebring in the rain. I like rain races. You can really get a sense of how the car handles, and it's just everything's a little slower. So I do a little conservative start because you can see in the mirror just how crazy things get. I keep it to the inside, kind of take it slow, just see where everyone is. Now in the rain, you got to watch out for the puddles. A lot of people don't. And a lot of people miss this braking point. So I take advantage of that, get a ghost pass. That guy went wide as well. So I think I went from like 14th to 7th, and I guess half a lap. Not bad at all, you know. And the NSX is really nice and stable. That understeer I tuned for in the dry turns into stability in the wet. So it definitely works. Now I think I'm able to pull away from. I think that's an Alpha behind me. Maybe not. Looks like he's got speed and maybe no aero. Yeah, he's fast. He's right there with me. So we go into this turn. I run a little wide. I brake a little deep, but check this out. Check this out. Coming out of this corner, I'm able to pull a huge gap on him. And I got another pass too. I think it was kind of like this for much of the race. I hit a puddle there. So like I said, you got to watch the puddles. That kind of threw me for a loop. Yeah, he gets back past, but he runs wide. And I think he's going to miss this braking point. Yeah, he got too excited. Missed that braking point. You got to... This turn is so key. It'll make or break a lap. So yeah, just skip to the last lap because it was pretty lonely for the rest of the race. I got another position there. Just going to run through it clean. Again, like I said in one of my lobby vids, you got to use the width of this track. I hit that puddle again. Got to watch for that in the rain. But use the width of the track. You know, go wide. Watch out for that puddle. The puddles stay where they are. Make sure you hit this braking point. I took it really conservative. I usually take braking conservative in the rain if I'm not battling somebody. Because once you're off, it's basically the end of the race for you. It's really hard to get back in the wet. We got this right again. I think I did Sebring on the last lobby video I did. But yeah, and I think that's a Z06 behind me. I want to say he caught up. Probably where I was too conservative on that double right hairpin, but I'm able to pull a little gap on him, hold it down on the straight, and it looks like we're gonna finish in 4th. Not bad considering all the chaos and insanity at the start. Yeah, and the NSX made it pretty easy. So that's the end of the content I have for this. You know, so I'm just to summarize the NSX. It's weird, you know, to get it up to S-Class, a full S-Class tune. You got to give it a lot of horsepower. I mean, I threw all the chassis parts and race tires on it. So, yeah, you definitely got to throw a lot of horsepower on it. And it becomes a very power-dominant kind of car. But it's not totally out of control. So, yeah, I like it. It's kind of a staple car that I go back to regularly. And I do like the way that it sounds. I am a Honda fanboy a little bit, so it's nice to have it. I do think it would probably make a better A-Class car, because if you dial the power down, then it'll be a lot better match with the chassis. But as is, it's pretty good, runs well. So if you liked it, hit like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.